The images flashed across television screens, capturing the attention of millions in an instant. Social media feeds buzzed with terrifying immediacy, spreading the news like wildfire. People everywhere were glued to their screens, their faces reflecting shock and disbelief. It was a crowded campaign rally, the familiar face of former President Donald Trump commanding the stage. The atmosphere was electric, filled with the energy of supporters. Suddenly a commotion erupted and chaos ensued. It was a scene all too familiar in American life, yet one that never fails to shock: an assassination attempt on a major political figure. The crowd's jubilant cheers turned into screams of terror. The date was July 18, 2024, a day that would be etched into the collective memory of the nation. The location, a packed stadium in Dallas, Texas. Thousands had gathered to hear Trump speak, unaware of the impending danger. As Trump addressed the roaring crowd, a lone figure emerged from the throngs, a gun in his hand. The tension in the air was palpable, as if time itself had slowed down. Before anyone could react, 3 shots rang out, piercing the air with a deafening sound. Panic spread like a contagion and the crowd erupted into chaos. The Secret Service immediately sprang into action, their training kicking in. They shielded the former president, forming a human barrier around him, and wrestled the assailant to the ground with swift precision. The nation watched in horror as the news unfolded. Homes, offices, and public spaces were filled with the sound of breaking news alerts and the sight of grim faces. The initial reports were chaotic and contradictory. Was Trump hit? Who was the shooter? What was their motive? The airwaves were filled with speculation and fear, as journalists scrambled to piece together the facts. As the dust settled, one thing became terrifyingly clear: America had come face to face with its demons once more. The nation was left to grapple with the reality of violence and the fragility of its political landscape. This wasn't the first time America had witnessed such an event. The echoes of past assassination attempts reverberated through the collective consciousness, reminding everyone of the ever-present threat to democracy. Experts took to news panels, analyzing the event and discussing the implications. Questions about security measures, political rhetoric, and the state of the nation were debated with fervor. Across the country, people gathered for vigils, holding candles and showing solidarity. The nation mourned together, united in their grief and determination to overcome the darkness. Politicians from all sides made statements, calling for unity and peace. The event served as a stark reminder of the need for civility and the dangers of divisive rhetoric. In the aftermath, security at political events was heightened. The sight of increased security measures became a common one, a necessary step to ensure the safety of public figures and the public itself. Conversations about the event permeated every corner of society. In cafes, workplaces, and homes, people discussed what had happened, sharing their fears and hopes for the future. Despite the horror of the event, there was a sense of resilience. The American spirit, though shaken, was not broken. People moved forward, determined to rebuild trust and ensure such a tragedy would not happen again. As the American flag waved in the wind, it symbolized the enduring strength of the nation. In the face of adversity, America stood tall, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. The immediate aftermath was a whirlwind of activity. Image: a still from the viral footage showing the moment the first shot was fired. The image is blurred and chaotic, capturing the shock and confusion of the crowd. Law enforcement swarmed the scene, securing the area and launching a full-scale investigation. The injured, including the alleged gunman, were rushed to nearby hospitals. Meanwhile, the country held its breath, waiting for answers. As we approach the 2024 election, the stakes have never been higher. The ramifications of recent events continue to unfold, shaping the political discourse in unprecedented ways. Voters are more divided than ever, with deep-seated issues creating rifts within communities and families. The political landscape is shifting in unpredictable ways, influenced by a myriad of factors including economic instability, social justice movements, and global events. Candidates are navigating a complex web of public opinion, policy issues, and the ever-present influence of social media. The lingering effects of past controversies continue to haunt the political arena, with scandals and missteps from previous administrations still fresh in the public's mind. How will these factors influence the outcome? Only time will tell, but the anticipation is palpable. One thing is certain, this election will be unlike any other. The decisions made by voters in the coming months will shape the future of the nation for years to come. With campaign ads flooding the airwaves, debates heating up, and town hall meetings becoming battlegrounds for ideas, the road to the election is fraught with tension and excitement. Social media plays a crucial role, with trending hashtags and viral posts swaying public opinion in real time. Young voters and first-time voters are stepping up, eager to make their voices heard and influence the direction of the country. Grassroots movements and diverse communities are mobilizing, determined to bring about change and ensure their issues are addressed. As election night approaches, the nation holds its breath, waiting to see how the story of the 2024 election will unfold. Whether in celebration or in deep discussion, the impact of this election will be felt far and wide, echoing through the halls of power and the streets of everyday life. The complexities of the situation require us to dig deeper, to unravel the threads that connect seemingly disparate events. Each revelation brings new questions, and each answer seems to lead to more uncertainty. The search for clarity is a daunting task, but it is essential for understanding the broader picture. What hidden connections will we uncover? And how will they reshape our understanding of recent history? Despite extensive investigations and countless hours of analysis, many questions remain unanswered. The search for truth is ongoing, and it often feels like we're piecing together a puzzle with missing pieces. What really happened? Who is responsible? And why? These are the questions that drive our quest for understanding, and they are the questions that must be answered to move forward. The shadow of violence looms large over recent events, casting a dark and ominous presence that we cannot ignore. It casts a pall over our collective consciousness, affecting our daily lives and altering our sense of security. The impact of these violent acts is far-reaching, touching the lives of countless individuals and communities. It affects not just those directly involved, but ripples outwards, creating waves of fear, grief, and uncertainty. Society as a whole feels the weight of these tragedies as we grapple with the aftermath and search for solutions. How do we come to terms with this violence? How do we process the trauma and find a path forward? Healing and prevention are crucial. We must support those affected and work tirelessly to prevent such tragedies in the future. These are the challenges we face as we strive to build a more peaceful and just world. It requires collective effort and unwavering commitment. Together, we can create a society where violence is not the norm, but an exception. A society where peace and justice prevail. This vision of a better world is within our reach, but it demands action, empathy, and resilience from each one of us. By coming together, supporting one another, and addressing the root causes of violence, we can make a lasting difference. Let us rise to the challenge and work towards a future where the shadow of violence is replaced by the light of peace and unity.